All right, guys, everybody knows I love follow-ups. This is a 12-month follow-up from Multi-Unit Hair Grafting. This is a fun one, very fine curly hair. And this is kind of the objective and goal in a single transplant, is to give the patient enough hair to maximize the cosmetic impact in one procedure. Now, sometimes it'll still look a little see-through in places, that's normal, but when you see the way he's got his hair styled, it's perfect for a single transplant. So we did this front, and he's got an amazing suture line, so we're gonna look at that as well. Let's go through, we'll take a look and kind of see how he's doing. So come on, follow me, let's go. Here he is, another Darrin in the house. Good to see you, Darrin. Guys, Darrin is 12 months post-transplant, multi-unit hair grafting, and we framed the face. It looks, man, it looks awesome. Congratulations, you must be pumped, huh?
I'm super excited. It's been great. I'm the third male in my generation that was having horrible hair loss. At least that I'm aware of. I couldn't tell you about my great-great-grandpa.
Right.
But it's nice to be able to look at my dad, look at my grandpa, and be like, well, at least I'm not going to have to deal with all that.
Yeah. And the process, what stage did you kind of look in the mirror and say, hang on a minute, things are changing? How far post-transplant did you remember that you sort of felt that?
That I consciously saw the hair growing in, and it wasn't just my imagination.
Yeah.
4 months, 5 months maybe?
Yeah, 4 months is normal. Yeah. Normally it takes about 90 days for the hair to start to grow. So the average guy comes in for a 4-month follow-up with multi-unit hair grafting. You show him the before pictures, he's like, oh wow, and now I notice it, because it's so gradual, you don't really notice it. Guys, this is an example of one transplant. Now we've got this curly, wavy hair, which is really awesome. It has its challenges, but the artistry of what our doctor and team can do is really at work here. When this hair is messed up or it's wet, you're going to see some scalp. That's normal in a single transplant. Typical transplants out there, when you're not doing multi-unit hair grafting, this will take 2 to 3 procedures. This is the value of multi-unit hair grafting. One transplant, looks fantastic, looks contiguous with the surrounding hair. There's a small percentage of guys, about 20%, will sometimes do a second procedure. But this is a great result. And when you do a second procedure, it's not because it doesn't look good, it's just because, hey, I may want more density or coverage. Family, friends, feedback?
All the time. I want to go back and actually visit some old coworkers I haven't seen in a while. Because not only have I got the hair, I've also dropped a little bit of weight.
Right, yeah.
So it's always great to get a lot of things going for you to see a lot of old friends. My sister in particular, though, she's from Pennsylvania. So every time she comes to visit, it's like a little more hair, and she makes a comment about it every time. I know it's hard to tell if you see somebody every day. It's kind of like aging or this or that. You don't necessarily notice it.
Right.
But with her only seeing me every month or so, it's cool to see her reaction.
Well,
and see it grow.
It's kind of the double whammy. Like, it sounds corny, but sometimes when you get your hair back, it's the catalyst for other things. So I see it all the time. People lose some weight, something changes in their life, and maybe it's a small thing. And for those people out there that don't deal with hair loss, like you and I have done, probably don't understand it, but when you look good and you feel good, good things happen. And that's a real thing. So this is a great example. And guys, one other thing, suture line in the back. So with the multi-unit hair grafting, it leaves a little pencil thin scar. As you'll see here in the video, I combed through his hair, and unless I knew what I was looking for, I couldn't see the suture line. So that's the new closures we do, the use of the plasma treatment to minimize the little suture line. Looks fantastic. Man, it's been an absolute pleasure. It looks awesome, and really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
For a free evaluation, call PAI at 888-724-5129 or go to WeGrowHairIndy.com.